So have we ever seen almost 5 million existing home sales when we've seen inventory this low throughout a year?
I'd have to go back and look. I don't know the exact answer to that to give you a definitive answer, but I think no doubt we're in a low inventory scenario, and I think that is going to play out based on, we can't sell what we don't have, right?
Yeah.
You can't bring those homes to market. We can't sell things that aren't out there. So we need more homes. You've talked about that. You've been very vocal about that in builders building. But I think that is the issue.
Because when you take all things into consideration, interest rates hovering at or above 5% for an extended period of time, the fact that, okay, we might get to 5 million existing homes sold, and there's many markets that are still under 2 months of inventory, and it's been prolonged gaps of having no inventory. It seems like, wow, there's still really high demand for single-family homes in this country, and I can't put housing recession on, when I look at all things considered, label on that particular market.
I think you're right. You're looking at the fundamentals and you're saying, hey, there still is demand for homes out there. That's the bottom line. The biggest issue right now bearing down on the consumer is affordability. That is the biggest challenge
I would agree.
Across the country. Now, there are a couple of things about that we can break down in affordability, but that is the issue. It will not be the issue forever, but it is the issue right now.
You don't think it'll be the issue forever?
I don't. I don't, because let me break that down why I believe that.
Well, Glenda was on the pod, and she says, when your daughters in 16 years graduate high school or whatever, they'll never be able to afford a house. Meaning the affordability is just going to continue year after year to get worse and worse.
Let's talk about what affordability is based on, and I always like to break this down to distinguish between affordable housing and housing affordability. Two different things. Affordable housing typically refers to homes on the lower end of the market, which we need more of, and we know that. In every market out there, we need that. Affordability refers to what the dollar will buy in housing. So it's based upon three things.
This is a great breakdown, right? Two different things. I like this.
It's based upon three different things: prices, wages, and interest rates. That's what affordability is based upon. So, okay, how do you develop a relevant market opinion based upon fact on affordability? Well, what do you believe about those three things? What do you believe about prices? Very, very clearly, what experts are saying in forecasting is we're gonna head into a flatter market relative to appreciation. I don't think we should expect skyrocketing appreciation like we've seen for the last couple of years, right? That's what I believe. All right, bring your belief to that. Second, what about interest rates? Well, here's the truth, I believe. We will get through inflation. It's a matter of time, right? It's just a matter of saying, when are we through that? And then we'll see a little bit of relief on interest rates. We're not going back to the 2s. I'm not saying that, or the 3s that I believe, but in the 4s. And what do you believe about wages? We live in a world right now where wages are rising.
Yeah.
That's the truth. The anomaly of this economic slowdown, this recession, if you want to call it, is employment. That's the truth. Employers are hiring. Businesses need folks.
Which is why some people say we're not in a recession.
Totally. And there's a logical argument to be made for that. So if you take where we're at in affordability right now, you apply those three factors, you can give great advice based on that. And that's why I say we will not be there forever. And there's a difference. I have an optimistic view of affordability. I will own that all day long. I don't have blind positivity of that. It's based upon my belief in those three factors.
And that is different than what we're talking about, an abundance of affordable housing, because, and we could get into institutional buyers buying up a lot of these single family homes and what type of impact that has done for just the homeowner who's going to buy one house for their family at $250,000, $300,000. That's become harder because of that. That's a separate issue.
And listen, you mentioned Glenda's comment. I have a son that's in college right now, and I've had this conversation with him. I worry about them buying homes just in general.
Yeah, as someone with all the real estate data, what's the advice that you would give to your son?
Buy it as soon as possible as you can. Buy a home as soon as you can.
Right when you get out of college.
If you know where you're going to be, absolutely. Yeah. If you can afford it, you can get in there, buy it.
Do you have a year, like a 5-year, 7-year, 10-year, like you're going to be there for the foreseeable future, or buy it anyway?
Well, I mean, I think if you're going to go to a town and be there for a year, that's a personal decision, whether you make that or not. But as soon as you know where you're going to be, my coaching to my kids is buy a home.
Yeah.
Absolutely do it. Do it as soon as you can.